What's up YouTube, this is SliferKing here, and today you join me for another one of my GTA Online episodes. And this one's going to be a little bit different than normal because you join me in my Nismo, in my Nissan GTR, as in like the proper original, because we're going to do something very strange. Whoa! Okay, didn't mean to do that, but that was cool nonetheless. You see, cars like this are known for their drifting capabilities, so I thought, why not make this a Need for Speed style special and see what car is the fastest and can also do the best tricks. This is cars that I own, by the way, I should mention. So we are going to start with the Nissan. Let's see how well it drifts. Now this car is widely regarded as possibly the best drifting car in history. So it should be right at home doing this. So yeah, I think that's pretty well. Right, now we're going to line that up for a quarter mile. I think I'm still in passive mode. Yeah, it looks like it, because there's a fighter jet going right past. I just need to get a stopwatch. Right, okay, stopwatch at the ready, and 3, 2, 1, and go. So you can see how long it takes for this car to do the whole straight. That took 22 seconds. So not a bad benchmark, but I think it's now time to get a new vehicle, so as per usual I shall return in a minute. So as you can see, now I've got the modern day Nissan GTR, aka the LG R8 RH8. So now we're going to take this for a drag race and see how it compares to the custom one. Okay, there we go. Cars are lined up, ready to go, and 3, 2, 1. Try and keep it straight as possible. Okay, we're coming up to the end, and it is 23.65. So it looks like the custom one was a second faster, well, just under a second and a half faster than the standard model. So now that we've tested the two LGs, I think it's time we test out some of the other hypercars, some of the other sports and supercars I have in my collection. So up next will be the Spectre. So this is the Spectre in question. This is basically the Aston Martin DB11. It looks pretty much the same. does sound a little bit like it as well. So this is probably my newest car I have overall. And it's quite an odd design, I have to admit, the DB11 compared to most Aston Martins, but there we go, that's lined up, ready to go. So the best time is still 22.35. Off we go. That's going quite fast, but is it going to beat the time? Wow, 24.43. It's actually slower than the Elgi. Okay. Although I have to say, I think the noise it makes is better. So yeah, that's our first relative surprise, that the Spectre is actually slower than the Elgi. But now let's put it up against the other two Aston Martins that I own, starting with the original Aston Martin. So here we have the classic Aston Martin. This is the JB700, also known in real life as the Aston Martin DB5, aka the iconic James Bond car. So let's get this lined up. I'm actually quite curious to see how this does against its modern day successor, the DB11. So the DB11 did 24.43. Let's see how this does. Well, we're getting close. And the time was 26.18 seconds for the JB700. So far, nothing has come near. On average, we've been losing seconds for each car that we've tested. Well, I haven't got to my fastest vehicle yet, so we'll find out how that does. And there goes my money. Taken up by all the property bills. It's a shame those guns at the front don't actually work. That would have been a nice option. Actually, I might look into that, see if you can do it. So far nothing has been able to come close to the Elgi, but now we're going to test the third Aston Martin I have. So here is my third of the Aston Martins. This is the Aston Martin Vantage, aka the Rapid GT. Now it'll be interesting to see how fast this one is, because this is supposed to be the middle range between the Spectre and the JB700. So let's get the stopwatch out and see just how fast this thing is. I think we're coming up to the end. .79. Fly under the most bridge. No thanks, I think I'm good. So, Yeah, that's quite surprising. 23.79 seconds. That means it's only just over a tenth of a second away from the Elgi RH8 time that we saw earlier, which is quite surprising. And it also means that this is more than half a second faster than the Spectre. So it just shows buying a more expensive car doesn't always guarantee you that you get a fastest car. That's for sure. We have another one of my vehicles. This one is the Serrano, aka in real life the Jaguar F-Type. Now, for people that have been watching GT Online for the longest, this was the first car, the original car I used in the intro. No, thank you. I won't be becoming an associate today. So this should be interesting because we've tested the Aston Martin. Now let's see how the Serrano does. I think it's drifting slightly to the right. Okay, let's see how it does. .22 for the Serrano. That means it's only slightly behind the Rapid GT, but it's still faster than the Spectre we saw. So interesting. However, now we have we're going to do one last car from my sports collection. So okay, it looks like I made a slight mistake. I actually forgot about one of my all-time favorite cars in GT Online, the Jester, which is basically the Monday NSX. So let's see how this does compared to the Aston Martin. Oh, that had easily the best start of any of the vehicles. So that's promising already. Now, okay, in the NSX's defense, the game did actually lag a bit, so we are going to do that run again. Didn't even realise there's a line there. So yeah, I'm going to make sure not to do that again. So after this, we will be doing the final car for this video, which is the Turismo R, which should be the fastest in the collection I have. There we go. Right, reset and go. Once again, good start from the Turismo, sorry, from the Jester. .24.26 seconds. So once again, it looks like this has been the Spectre, but surprisingly it's almost exactly the same as the Serrano. So now we have the final car, and this should be an interesting one, because this is probably the only hypercar I have in my collection. The Turismo R. Now, I'm not sure what this is based on real life, but if anything is going to beat the Elgi Retro, it's going to be this. Okay, Okay, so let's fire it up. Gonna be close. The time was 22.41 seconds. So that means after testing 8 cars, the Elgi Retro, which we started out, has been unbeaten. So this is how the table stands. Last place we have the JB700, then in 7th we have the Spectre, in 6th we have the Jester, 5th is the Serrano, 4th is the Rapid GT, 3rd is the Elgi Standard, 2nd is the Turismo R, but our champion is the Elgi Retro Custom by just under 0.1 of a second. That's quite staggering. So it just proves that sometimes kit cars can actually be as fast as real world cars. So there was another episode of my GTA Online series. Very bit of a random one, bit of drag racing just to find out what car's the fastest. But I'm not going to say anything else about GTA Online because very soon after this video goes up, there will be an update explaining something. But anyway, if you enjoyed this episode, then please make sure to subscribe to the channel to know when my newest videos are coming out. And also be free to check out my other GTA Online videos as well. I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and for now, this is SliferKing signing out.